Bravo team, entry secure. Move in and take positions. Quiet. Did you hear that? This is Lee. Give me status. Always clear. There's nothing here, Sam. What the hell? Son of a bitch! Lead, I'm swinging around left. Hello?
I can't believe someone's alive there. You must help me. Time is critical. My name is Richard. Dr. Richard Myers, and I believe I'm the last one alive from my team. I was working with the engineers there before the connection was lost. I don't know what happened to them, but without your help, we may all die. I hope I can count on you. Here's the situation. We were conducting bi-dimensional tests before the attack, and I've lost control of the communication relays. And now we have a functional teleporter still active in the other dimension. And if it's not destroyed, those creatures may be able to use it to reach as far as Earth. You've got to help me. I've done everything I can here, but I don't have enough power to activate the teleporter on this side. The engineers were working with me to redirect auxiliary power from N-Pro straight to Exus Labs. But now, looks like you're the only one that can help. I'll upload the array instructions to the SSD at your console. There. Take the SSD and find the main power station in Sector 2. Just plug it into the main terminal and I'll contact you there. There's very little time. Please hurry.
Welcome to Mars, Marine. This briefing is designed to acquaint you with a few of the standard operating procedures here on the Mars post. First and foremost, chain of command. All enlisted personnel are under the command of Master Sergeant Thomas Kelly. Sergeant Kelly will assign you to a security detail headed by a security chief. Please report to your security chief for all duty-related concerns. While on duty, please stay on your assigned patrol coverage area. All PCAs have been pre-designated to provide overlapping security and maximize efficiency. All personnel must have proper authorization in assigned areas. Be sure to annotate any discrepancies on your security inspection report. Safety is integral to all operations here on Mars. Handle firearms with extreme caution. Never discharge weapons in an area that may compromise the installation's structural integrity. Remembering these procedures is paramount to your success here on Mars. Keep in mind that you represent the greatest fighting force in the galaxy, and your actions are a reflection on the Corps. Take good care, and good luck on your new assignment.
This is the audio log of Chief Alan Rhodes, October 12, 2145. Well, we made significant progress with the field coupler this week. If my calculations are correct, this should provide a considerable boost to the converter's output. I just wish Myers wasn't so damn pushy about this project of his. Well, to be fair, it's actually Betruger's project. Myers is just trying to follow orders and do his job. Anyhow, what we are doing is extremely complex and requires us to be firing on all cylinders. Expanding all of the transference data from Delta has been a very difficult process. What he's proposing requires the full use of a single grid array. I'm just glad we have the entire auxiliary unit to work with. My hope is, within the next few weeks, we will be able to prime the main array in parallel and have the auxiliary working at sufficient capacity for the folks over at Nexus Labs. And I think that's all I've got for now. Alan Rhodes signing off. Chief Alan Rhodes, November 15th, 2145. The situation here in Sector 1 is bad. Shortly after getting the auxiliary grid synced with the main array, we experienced a huge power surge. And the output readings are nominal, which leads me to conclude that it's not the auxiliary core. It sounds like a problem with the main array. Regardless, I started hearing screams and gunfire over one of the channels just before our communications went down. Well, we have been trying desperately to get in touch with Myers over in Exus to see what he knows. Several of my technicians have not reported back yet, and my senior technician described a bloodbath near a coolant transfer zone. Following that transmission, his radio went dead, and I've not heard from him since. A few of my other technicians reported seeing strange creatures appearing out of thin air, and none of them have reported back yet. The rest of my team and myself, we just barricaded ourselves into a control room here in Sector 1, and we will continue trying to get communications working, but I don't know how much longer we can stay here. I'll update soon. That's Chief Rhodes signing off.
Chris Vargas, November 5th, 2145. Our initial testing on the primary alignment module indicated excessive stress fracturing. I immediately ordered the team to discontinue the tests, and they've been working around the clock to repair the damaged module. Testing will resume once the unit's back online, and I'm pretty confident we'll be ready for next week's load tests for Chief Rhodes. I have also been asked to help Rhodes with the number crunching going on with the transfer data, which I hope to be finished with soon, provided interruptions are at a minimum. interruptions, like the one earlier this week when Dave Voss, our security officer, insisted I change the code yet again for the cabinet displaying the shotgun my brother sent to me. It's not like I actually used the damn thing. I don't know, maybe the guy is just anal about code regulations. Personally, I heard he failed the Marine entrance exams and resents being relegated to security officer. I don't know. I sent an email off to the guy with the new code. Vargas, signing off.
drive. Drive accepted. Stand by.
Excellent work, Marine. I'm getting a link to the SSD drive. The computer's showing that the auxiliary power unit isn't coming online. And it looks like you'll need to prime the flow systems. If you haven't already found one, there should be an ionized plasma levitator nearby. Some of the techs call it a grabber gun. Don't worry, this is a common problem with these systems. You should be able to extract plasma from a working conduit and force it into the non-working one. That should be sufficient to prime the unit. One moment. I'll open the shielding. There. The shield should be open. To the terminal in the lower level. Hurry, we don't have a lot of time.
Warning. Local security lockdown is in effect. Service level access is restricted. for authorized personnel permitted.
Marine, I'm picking up a lot of movement heading your direction. There should be a sentry bot station nearby if you need Thank God you made it here. I didn't know if you could with all those things out there. Look, we don't have much time. These creatures are spreading throughout the base, and if we don't act quickly, all could be lost. I understand you have a lot of questions, but I can't answer them right now. All I can say is we need to get the teleporter in the next chamber working. But to do that, I need you to find a plasma inducer for the stabilizer bank. There's one in engineering. Now, if you head through the service tunnel, you can reach it. I'll unlock some doors. There. That will give you the necessary clearance. Now, please, get the inducer and hurry back. We don't have a lot of time. Please hurry.
This is Nasser Adil, Security Chief for the Exis Labs facility. Log entry November 3, 2145. We are seeing an increasing level of random and unexplained violence by Exis staff. The first incident occurred on October 13th, 2145 at the Exis service tunnel. One of the construction workers, Bill Sanders, was offloading a shipment of steel supports when the procurement manager stopped him. In the heated conversation that followed, Sanders grabbed a nearby pickaxe and lunged at the manager. Luckily, the argument beforehand generated a sizable crowd, and when Sanders attacked the manager, a number of men were able to subdue him. When we questioned Sanders afterwards, he seemed to have developed short-term amnesia. He didn't remember why he got so upset and attacked the manager. He only recalled stopping his loader and then moments later waking in the holding cell. Since that event, we have seen arguments progress more and more from heated shouting matches straight into outright brawls. The antagonists in these incidents all display the same conditions, as if they were suddenly possessed by violent anger, and then afterwards return to normal. We have only one serious life-threatening case so far, where engineer Leon Powell was stabbed multiple times. I fear this is not the worst of our troubles, and have requested additional security personnel posted at critical junctions. To assist any immediate medical need, I have resupplied storage cabinet 965 with the accompanying code of 428. Sergeant Nasser Adil, out. Nasser Adil, personal log dated November 12th, 2145. I have just received word from Central Authority that the UAC representative, Counselor Elliot Swan, will be arriving in a few days from Earth. The report states he will be reviewing all sectors of Mars City, including Exis Labs. good idea in light of the recent events we've had here. The violent assaults that seem to plague Axis labs have caused the civilian staff to be pretty wary of one another. And now, to top it all off, missing weapons. The cabinets in the security checkpoints were fully stocked 2 days ago, and now half the weapons are gone. I don't know how this situation occurred, but my Marines swear no one has access to the cabinets except for them. I've ruled out those assigned to me and other security personnel, but I can't figure out who else has those codes. To sum up, this is a bad situation, turning worse every day. My recent request for more manpower in Axis Labs was denied. It seems other sectors of Mars City are stretched thin, and the small reserves at the base are already allocated. I need to have faith in my current detachment of Marines that they will turn things around. I'll talk to Central again and see if Councillor Swan can bypass Axis. The last thing I want is some staff worker with a sudden episode of dementia murdering a VIP. I'm having enough problems trying to keep everyone here from killing each other. Sergeant Nasir Adil, signing off.
This is Dmitry Lebedev, supply manager for the Axis Labs facility. Entry dated October 6, 2145. I've received the latest shipment of MK7 spacesuits from Earth today. They have a triple weave of titanium mesh on the outer layer for Class 5 excursions. With the ongoing construction requiring additional EVA time on the Martian surface, these new suits should hold up better. In the last 2 months, we've had a number of unexplained suit decompressions resulting in fatalities. In the case of technician Mike Stanley, the decompression was so rapid the resulting implosion caused him to almost liquefy and fuse with the suit interior. If it wasn't for his suit's name tag, there wouldn't be much to identify him. In each case, the penetrations and loss of pressure appear to occur from inside the suit rather than out. I can attest these suits were thoroughly inspected and micro-scanned after the incidents, and no material degradations were found. Per UAC EVA regulations, the suits before the accidents were properly stored and locked away to prevent any mishandling. I also followed up with the technicians on ensuring the suits have the necessary pre-EVA checklist before anyone reaches the Martian atmosphere. I'm hoping the new suits will address the issue. Each suit lost this way just means more paperwork for me, so... Along with the new suit shipment, we've received additional medical supplies. I've placed the extra packs in the storage cabinet 071 with the access code of 532. Dmitry Lebedev, end of log.
I'll unlock some doors so you can make it back through operations. Excellent. You're back. The inducer is working perfectly, and the teleporter is ready for transport. Here's the situation. There's a teleporter outpost in the other dimension, and it's still operational. It's very powerful, and it has a range that could lead those demons all the way to Earth. I would disable it myself, but it requires 2 people to do it. One person at the outpost to initiate the teleporter, and another person here to transmit a power surge to destroy it. I know it's a lot to ask, but you'll need to go to the other dimension, find the remote outpost, and initiate the startup sequence. You're our only hope of defeating this evil. I've got the teleporter ready to go. All you need to do is go into the chamber and initiate the sequence. I'll handle the rest from here. But before you go, I want to give you my personal account of what happened here. explains everything. The advanced teleporter, how the madness started, everything. It's over there on the console. Please take it. The world needs to know the truth. And good luck.
Decontamination process started. Decontamination complete.
Travis Folsom, construction supervisor for the Exis Labs facility. We recently reached substantial completion on the facility's engineering sector and began work on the environmental systems sector early. At this rate, we should be able to impress the big boys up in Central Authority and score our completion bonuses. Last week I reviewed the construction documents and found another item where we can cut costs. My glass subcontractor mentioned the Moxum pressure seals for the exterior windows.
I have the teleporter sequence already configured. Just activate the main console.
I submitted the alternative material selection to the base architect for review.
Good luck.
On our Tuesday progress meeting, he argued the Mixom seals aren't up to spec. He complained that those seals are inferior and could cause air leaks or glass blowout. What the hell is he know? Pencil-neck draftsman thinks he's designing a fancy hotel. Hey, guess what? I was building shit before he was born. Anyway, I managed to get the Mixom seals ordered. I bypassed the architect and talked directly to corporate. I showed them the savings, and that sealed the deal. We'll be installing the exterior windows in environmental in a week, and he will never know the difference. I'm so convinced the glass and seals will hold up that I'm gonna take a rocket launcher and test it on those windows if need be. That'll show the stupid architect. Folsom out!
This is Bernice Tooley, Operations Coordinator stationed in Exis Labs. I would like to file my third formal complaint to Central Authority about the problems with the work environment here in Exis. It has become increasingly difficult to be productive while construction is going on throughout the facility. The construction workers are rude, lack common courtesies, and are overtly sexist. They use our office space as an unauthorized shortcut and track dirt and debris as a result. In addition to their mess, they insist on drilling and hammering during our core staff hours. Some of them have repeatedly made inappropriate comments that clearly fall under sexual harassment. When I approached the construction supervisor to remedy the situation, he told me in no uncertain terms to mind my own business. Actually, his exact words were, "Don't worry your pretty little head about it." We are already on edge with the unexplained events occurring around the facility, and to add this insult to our tight schedule is too much to bear. If I cannot persuade Central Authority to take this complaint seriously, I'd like to remind them of Section 20, Paragraph 9 of UAC's Facility Regulations Code. It clearly states our employee rights, and we do not need this nonsense. I suggest you reprimand the individuals responsible and take adequate measures to ensure it doesn't happen again. Do not make me log additional complaints. Bernice Tooley, signing off. I hope this thing is working. Something is happening here, and no one knows what's going on. The power is going crazy. We can't communicate with Central Administration, and I've heard something like screams. I don't know. It was so disturbing. Okay, my assistant left me, and I'm all alone here. Okay, I'm gonna try to get the network working, but the systems are acting just crazy. I don't know what to do. I think what was that? Oh God. No!
My name is Dr. Richard Myers, and I'm a research specialist stationed in Nexus Labs. I don't know who'll be hearing this, but I wanted to alert someone of the disaster at Mars City. What has been unleashed across this base is an unimaginable evil, and we only have a slight chance of stopping it. The research I participated in was the next step in teleportation. To give context to my research, back in 2115, UAC researchers discovered an ancient Martian civilization. At the Urbis dig site, they found a Martian teleportation device. It was non-functional, and all attempts to start it proved fruitless. It took many years, but the researchers managed to learn enough from the device and other wall carvings to reverse engineer it. The first prototype teleporter, codenamed Project Mercury, was built in Delta Labs and became operational in 2139. This teleporter was only capable of short distance travel and limited quantities of matter transference. It could only teleport a single test subject, small animals and chimps usually, across a room. Once testing intensified and technical data increased, we were able to fabricate more powerful teleporters. In Delta Labs Sector 3, Project Gemini managed to increase teleportation across greater distances. In addition to the increased range, we found we could begin transporting human-sized subjects. It was during this stage we began to see the effects of opening up these portals to that strange dimension. Our scientific curiosity overruled the obvious warnings, and under Dr. Malcolm Betruger's direction, we continued experimenting. On Project Apollo, the engineers developed a room-sized teleporter in Delta Lab Sector 4. It was capable of teleporting a small-sized team to destinations on this new dimensional plane. The expedition teams began exploring and setting up small research outposts. We could only teleport small equipment with a Delta 4 teleporter, and this condition frustrated Dr. Betruger. Soon after the success of Project Apollo, plans were drawn and work executed on a new facility, Exis Labs. At Exis Labs, the goal was to create a large teleporter, similar in scale to the one at Urbis. It would be powerful enough to transport large equipment, even dropships, and eventually shorten interstellar travel. Betruger was so impatient on seeing results from this research, he had the engineers start work on the teleporter once the facility reached 75% completion. We had expedition teams set up a teleporter outpost in the other dimension to link up with Exis. It was at this time I began investigating the strange stories I heard over at Delta Labs. I managed to hack undetected into Betruger's personal logs. What I found scared me to the core. Betruger became obsessed with the findings of this new dimension. He started to push experiments regardless of the human cost. His log entries into the occult and how to harness evil powers were truly frightening. The more recent logs detailed how demons, yes, demons, contacted him through his dreams, offering him unimaginable powers. But they demanded he find a way to help them reclaim Earth. It was then I realized that this other dimension was hell itself. By the time I realized his plan, Betruger had started the invasion. Since the Exis teleporter hadn't reached sufficient functionality, I assumed Betruger decided to launch the demon invasion on Mars without it. However, the Hell Outpost teleporter is operationally ready, and it's only a matter of time before Betruger decides to use it. I'm going to try to reach Chief Engineer Rhodes in the Enpro facility to divert enough power to Exis, and with a little luck, create a big enough power surge to destroy it from here. I can only pray God will forgive me for my part in all this, and help me make things right. Lord, save my soul. Richard Myers, signing off.
Systems activated. Teleportation will commence in T-minus 3, 2, 1.
I'm detecting a faint signal from your location. I can track you from here. Hurry. Find the outpost. Okay, Marine. I'm receiving your signal from the communication relay. The teleporter's warming up. It should only take a few minutes to get to full power, and then I'll be able to send the search to destroy it. Watch your back. I'm seeing disruption from the energy waves. Marine, there are things moving your way. Look out! Teleporters reached 25% capacity. We should be involved. There's a redox modulation forming. It might cause a transference wave. Transference wave! Oh no. I've lost control of the modulation. I think I've stabilized it for now. I'm showing the teleporter there at 75%. Just a few more minutes, and I should be able to send the surge. Wait a minute. I'm reading something in an incoming transference wave. Marine, something big is headed your way.
Dark Star lowering to surface. Dark Star confirmed we have visual moving to pick up.
Nice work, Marine.